This one has here
I
at
think
this side.
is
It
going to be
has
challenging for her, particularly a lot of messaging
still
around
has
this.
here.
Anybody who
That was the
deviates
blasted one.
from the view that
I
the U.S. should
removed it
engage
Okay.
yesterday. That
militarily
was
is
the one that
attacked by elements of the opposition.
I was
One other headline,
using
football supporters have accused FIFA
using
of a
yesterday.
monumental betrayal over the hugely increased price of
So
tickets
that it
for
cannot
next year's Men's World Cup.
do this one, but I can reverse tomorrow one.
This is James Menendez with Newsnet Live from the BBC. Now, it's not very often we get to talk about, or indeed hear, some yodeling on the programme. But today we have a proper excuse, because yodeling, and specifically Swiss yodeling, has been given the US stamp of approval. In the jargon of cultural
After this,
agencies,
you are coming to play.
yodeling
You
now
are
has
coming
the
to play
status of
to
tangible cultural heritage. It is a tradition dating back centuries. It was a melodious cause developed by herders in the Alps to communicate with their flocks or each other. These days it seems to have become a vocal style all of its own, kept alive by people like Sophia Morgano. She trained as a jazz singer, but now yodels full-time and teaches others from her home near Zurich in the east of Switzerland. She's welcomed the move, which means the Swiss government will invest more to protect and promote yodeling.
It's a big honor and it's a big chance. I do yodel since I'm a child, and it's very rooted in Switzerland, and it's really a big chance to make it more popular, or especially with the young generation, because the most of my students are older people.
Remind us what yodeling is, or rather what it's for. I mean, we talk about this tradition. Where did this tradition come from?
So there are different definitions. So the main definition is it's a rapid alternation between the normal voice and the falsetto, so the high voice. So you can compare it like yodeling like Tarzan, maybe. And there are some hypotheses how it very comes from. In Switzerland, we know about seven hypotheses. One is calling the cows in, or taking it as a part of a communication in the house. And for me personally, it's the song of the north. So it's really connected to our landscape, the mountains, and I observe that yodeling is all over the world, not only in Switzerland. I speak about the technique, but there are so many variations of syllables and the way people do it. But the main thing is when this rapid alternation between the two voices happens, you can say it's yodeling.
Just thinking about the differences, I noticed that this intangible cultural heritage status is specifically for Swiss yodeling, but of course they do yodeling in other countries, Austria and Germany to name two. I mean, are there differences in different countries?
Yeah, yeah, it's very interesting when you start to study it. It is so different.
Can you give us an example?
Yeah, Swiss yodel is more slow. It has the syllables O and U, so it sounds like it can be a sound like this, but it can also sound very fast. Like this. So we have also different regions and different kind of yodeling in Switzerland. It is a small country,
it's
and when
small,
you
but it
go
has big
outside
sound.
of
Yeah.
Switzerland, we have
It's
Austria
well, it sounds
or
It's
well.
how many inches is
Tyrol
this?
yodeling.
I did say
Most of people think about Tyrol when
8.
they hear
8 inches.
yodeling
And
because they're very.
how does that sound?
So I'm not an expert of this, but they have other syllables like I think this is a bit more famous, like
This
the
is for
Swiss,
course of
the way of Tyrol yodeling,
It's news hour.
especially.
that
So they have
News
other
hour, news
syllables.
hour.
So I mean, within
by
Switzerland, I mean,
focus
you
of
said there were differences.
focus
Focus,
of
Can you
focus is at
tell
7. It's
where
now 8
someone
o'clock.
comes
okay.
from? I mean, if they're a
Focus is at
yodeler, can
3
you tell
p.m.
which
and
bit of
7
Switzerland
p.m.
they come from by the way they
News hour is
yodel?
at 2
Yes.
p.m. and
Not every region has its
8 p.m.
own original yodeling, and I'm speaking now of the nature yodel, so the oral tradition of yodeling. You really have the different regions and the different styles with different syllables. So I, as an expert, I really hear where the yodel comes from because I have the difference between the syllables. So in the center of Switzerland, we have a valley which is called Montetal, and they have a very old style, and they use the nature because
be
they're
after
not
this,
used
take
to it.
another
I
one
can
again.
make a little
Hmm?
example.
Yeah.
Is that
After this, take another one again. Hmm?
hey, this one is it Kenya or Sierra
This
Leone?
this
It
one.
might be Kenya.
This BBC. They are interviewing somebody about
Yeah, maybe it's a
There are
Kenya.
different
about
melodies,
yodeling.
different people
Yodeling.
doing it. And in Appenzell,
Is it about
this is
Kenya?
the east part
It's
of
about
my
yodeling.
home. They have
Yodeling
they
is
call it
a way of
Zöli, and
making
they have
sound.
a very
Oh, okay.
slow way, like
Normally it's the Africa. Yeah, when they go to farm,
so they go very slow
they use
most of the time.
Gosh, it is
that
very
to call
different, isn't it? I know you're a
their
jazz singer
fellows.
as well,
I can't remember
and you do some
when I went a village.
improvisational
I
yodeling.
went to
Can
a
you just
village
demonstrate the difference between
and went
traditional
a farm.
yodeling and I think you call it wild yodel, is that
Some
right?
of them took the lead.
Yeah, that's my way of yodeling.
So
So I go
when I
this
got there,
path, like learn the
I
rules
have to
like a
sound
master and break it like an artist.
yeah for them to know that I
So
was
Yeah,
I'm
you
like
more
sound
the
exactly.
artist. I'm
even
also teacher
those
of yodeling,
neighboring
so I
going to
teach
farm.
the
This
yodeling,
one will
the
be at
rules
this
and
side. This one will be
the
at this side.
technique,
Different
and
farm.
I really
When they are
love
about to
to
go
teach.
home,
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And that's what my
break it
they
down
make
for us
sure
then.
that sometimes
my
they
own
Yeah, they make
way
yes,
I really
so
like
that
to
they
break
will
the
to
come
mix
and
rules,
it.
meet
and
each other
I
and
just
come home.
improvise with the
Mm.
syllables. I like doing like.
So take the other one.
Every time it's different.
Absolutely. Do you think the acoustic nature of the bringing us to the end of this edition of Musa. Thanks so much for listening today. We'll leave you with one of her compositions. This is a wild yodel called The Mongolian Rider.
You got to sometimes they stop.
You what?
It got to sometimes when they go to farm they did no more do that again because sometimes when you do that there was a criminal that was responsible.
Yeah, that way exactly.
How do
That
Israelis and
to fool you
Palestinians
so that the
talk
person was
peace given
attacking.
the deep divisions, huge loss of life, and unresolved trauma? I'm Emily Wither, and I'm in Israel with a mixed grassroots movement who, despite receiving death threats, are campaigning for a different future. Assignment. To listen, search BBC The Documentary online or on the BBC World Service app. In 30 minutes, BBC Inside Science.
Well, we're taking a spot round the campfire with the first firemakers. The earliest evidence yet of us humans, or our close cousins at least, making a fire deliberately for
It is
cooking and quite
Our
possibly
job today.
for camaraderie.
This is the BBC World Service, the world's radio station.
Okay.
Coming up, a deep dive into the murky world of ship scavenging. I'm Anna Pajewski, and for the documentary from the BBC World Service, I'm exploring the world's biggest grave robbery.
They called me up on a Saturday morning and they said the ships are gone.
World War II shipwrecks, considered by many to be war graves, are disappearing. They have taken everything, inclusive the boats. How to protect them raises deep questions about our laws, about grief.
I can never put a flower on my dead dad's grave. They're taking it up. Can we prove started out gales for being health authorities catch these guys.
And whether one of the rarest materials on Earth might be fueling this underwater crime.
These metal pirates really prey upon large amounts of metal.
That's all coming up after the news.
BBC News with Sue Montgomery. The US has announced new sanctions on figures and businesses close to Venezuela's President Nicolas Maduro. The US Treasury has imposed measures against 3 of his nephews, a businessman affiliated with the leader, and 6 shipping companies said to be moving Venezuelan oil. Sarah Smith reports.
The Trump administration is continuing to ramp up the pressure on the Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro by announcing sanctions on some of his relatives and businesses associated with what the US calls his illegitimate regime in Venezuela. The US is also preparing to intercept more ships carrying Venezuelan oil after the seizure of an oil tanker earlier this week. That ship is now destined for an American port, and the White House has confirmed it intends to seize the oil on board after following the necessary legal process. Donald Trump has made no secret of his desire to see Nicolas Maduro removed from office. It remains to be seen how far he is prepared to go to try to make that happen.
The Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says there remain 2 outstanding issues in talks with the United States over the shape of a peace proposal. That's the status of parts of the Donbass still held by Ukraine and the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. James Waterhouse says setting up a free economic zone is unpopular.
Russia hasn't bent at all to these counter proposals from the Europeans. I think the idea of an economic zone that would be policed by US forces, potentially, or European forces, would be, as ever, a non-starter for Moscow. And this is the missing element, right? What is America willing to do to make Russia agree to that? It's certainly not using the stick, really, in terms of further sanctions for Russia. So you suspect that it might be some kind of economic pitch. Could a frozen front line be part of that?
A football fans group has called on FIFA to hold World Cup ticket sales over what it called the extortionate prices being charged. For the final, BBC Sport understands tickets for the supporter standard tier are $5,500, several times higher than in 2022. Manny Jasmine explains.
Certainly the majority of hardcore fans that watch their teams in the flesh will have to reconsider either whether they go at all or whether they cut down on the amount of games they're hoping to watch. Football Supporters Europe has called it a monumental betrayal of the traditions of the World Cup and has called on FIFA to hold the ticket sales and engage in consultation and review the prices until a solution that respects the tradition, universality and the cultural significance of the World Cup is found.
A U.S. federal grand jury has refused to indict the New York Attorney General Letitia James for the second time, following the dismissal of the case last month. Prosecutors had alleged that Ms. James, who successfully brought a civil fraud case against President Trump last year, committed mortgage fraud. A new analysis by the World Health Organization has reaffirmed that there is no link between autism and vaccines. It comes after the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention recently revised its previous scientifically grounded decision that immunization does not cause autism. Scientists captured footage of what they believe to be rare evidence of killer whales and dolphins hunting and foraging together in the wild. The findings of the study were published in the journal Nature Scientific Reports. Our science correspondent Victoria Gill has some of the first recordings.
That's sound from recording devices that were attached to killer whales' suction cups. Researchers who were studying predators off the coast of British Columbia in Canada found that they often hunted salmon alongside another species, Pacific white-sided dolphins. The team of scientists captured 25 instances of killer whales changing their course to follow dolphins on their foraging dives, and they saw the dolphins scooping up salmon left over from the whale. There was no sign of any aggression. Both species use sound to navigate and to hunt, listening for echoes
You've started sweating. Though the weather is cool, but you are sweating, which means this is energy intensive.
That's why I like putting on the fan.
Let me put it on.
Like you say you don't want it.
No. It's not facing me. It's facing you direct. So it's
Make it
different.
Even in low.
Yeah, it's facing you direct. So it's not facing me. That's why you don't need exercise. For you, this is the best exercise you do every day. You don't go to
I
gym
need
again.
that exercise.
No, you don't go to gym again. This is your best
No, I
exercise.
don't gym.
That's what I'm saying. You
But
don't
I
go to
go to
this is
jogging.
this is okay only if you're doing jogging, but
Jogging.
in terms of muscles, in terms of weightlifting, you don't need to do that anymore because this alone you are doing.
I need the adapter
The other one,
to support it.
Yeah, to hit it.
Mm.
Hey, which area is it? Is it not at that side? I saw it this evening. I saw it around that side.
Because it was raining, so I was in hurry to so I didn't see.
Yes. Oh.
Just really gonna
No.
train this.
Let's look for it.
Now let me train it. Just take it. I am just putting one side. I will reserve the one, the other
Okay.
side
Tomorrow.
for another day. Another stick.
It's cow leather.
Yeah. It's too thick.
So you need more energy.
Not the phone.
you are tired, you need to rest. Rest.
When I got to this,
Okay.
not that plastic.
Hmm.
Hey, Bryson, you are going to Nigeria, Igbo land. Huh? Okay.
'Try and finish this and
That
rest.
is entertainment. Oh, they don't want.
No, no, it's because we are tired.
No, no, don't worry. They have to know what we use for.
Yeah.
They have play many readings. Yeah, it's not one reading.
Do the tightening. Do the tightening. Let's finish. I also want to go and rest.
You are going somewhere.
I'm tired. I need to sleep.
I thought
You know,
you
I'll
go
be wake.
somewhere.
No, no, no. I won't go anywhere again. I want to sleep, so I'll wake up early. I'll
I
wake
go
up
to
5. Yes.
Garden City.
Gardens.
Yeah, that is Garden City. Kumasi is Garden City. It's known by the whole world.
Okay. There are so many gardens.
No, that is the town, the nickname of Kumasi. It's a very nice city.
That's why. Is it because it has so many gardens or?
No, no, no. There is no. When we talk of gardens, we are not talking about the gardens being constructed. It's the plan of the town.
Okay.
The way they
I thought they are known for gold. They should give them a gold name.
is it
So I thought Kumasi is known for gold. They should give them gold name.
good?
Gold, yeah.
Oh, good as in the whole Ghana, we can get good. Yeah, out of 100% of the gold that we have in our land, we have man only 10%. There is still gold. If we say we will follow that one because there is gold, then we're going to jeopardize life. That's why you see all this Galamsey and all these things. This is the illegal monies or whatever it is. They pollute the water, the environment, the land, the fertility of the land. Ghana have lost. You know, we were leading the cocoa product because of this Galamsey, illegal money. That is why now Cote d'Ivoire is leading us. You have not been the illegal money, we always be at the top. Now our water, they have polluted our water with this mercury. And the mercury can exist in the land for about 1,000 years, even over 1,000 years. Look at the danger behind it.
Mercury and cyanide.
Because of a few people
Selfishness.
so the rest will suffer. They don't think about the future generation. If you want money, you should find a proper way to money. Didn't they man in US? They don't mind.
They mind. They mind everywhere.
But they have a proper way of mining without polluting the water and the fertility of the water. Ghana, every land, all our lands are fertile. questions of the man. You know what the man told me? The man said, "Oh, we didn't have, we are not ready to buy this excavator. It is the big man, oh. So ours is to go for the scrum. We are going for the scrum. They have already man destroyed the thing. We just went for the scrum. So the fault is not from us. This is the big men who have money to buy all those machines." If we continue not plan for the future, put foundation or plan where, or we'll continue in this way. Developed countries always plan. We have more resources than them, but we cannot utilize them. And when you ask what is your resources, we have gold, we have diamond, but you cannot utilize all those things. We have crude oil, we have gold, we have silver, we have bauxite, everything. We fertilize land. And they said what? We just discover.
My data is finished.
Okay.